What's up everybody, welcome back to the Chug YouTube channel. Today we're going to be checking out something extremely cool. Let me introduce you to it. Alright, welcome back to the Chug YouTube channel everybody. If you're brand new here, then please allow me a moment to introduce myself. My name is DJ, I'm a guitarist from the southwest of the UK. I've been doing this YouTube thing for about 9 months or so at this point. I'm having a blast, so if you go on to enjoy this video, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving a like, or even dropping a comment down below. That would be most excellent of you. Also, I play in a band. My band is called HollowKin. We're a groove metal, modern metal kind of band. We are really trying to push around the country, around the UK at the moment. We're just dropping our second EP at the moment. It's called Decrepit Nature. We're on our second single release at the moment, with our third single coming out this Friday, in fact. So if you want to go and give us a listen, you can find us everywhere: Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, all of the streaming platforms. We've got music videos on YouTube and everything as well. Anyway, shameless plug out the way, let's have a look at what we're going to be checking out today. Without further ado, this is the ESP LTD KH202 electric guitar. Let's see what she sounds like in a full demo mix. Let's go. So at this point in the video, I like to read out some specifications so we know exactly what it is we're looking at. So this is the ESP LTD KH202 electric guitar. This one in particular is made in China, and I believe from my best deciphering skills of the serial number that this is a 2003 model. We've got a basswood body with a bolt-on construction. There's a Floyd Rose special in the bridge. We've got a maple neck with a 25.5-inch scale length, a roasted Jatoba fingerboard with a 42mm locking nut. The neck is an extra thin flat neck, and we've got 24 extra jumbo LTD special, that just means they're really massive, nickel frets. All of the hardware is black nickel. We've got ESP own brand tuners. We've got ESP LH301 pickups in the bridge and the neck. And sadly, in this particular guitar, the neck pickup isn't working. It is faulty. It does work, it just needs some new electronics, but we'll come on to that a little bit later in the video. So before we go any further into this video, I want to just take a moment to thank a buddy of mine by the name of David. He is someone who lives relatively near to where I do in the southwest of the UK, and he has become like an internet buddy of mine, an internet friend. I'm sure we've all got internet friends, people that we met in comment sections of videos and photos of guitars and guitar-based content and stuff, and you just strike up like a friendship based around this mutual love that you have for, in this case, guitars and gear. And so him and I have conversed many times over the years. We've met a few times, we've traded guitars and bought guitars off of each other and all the rest of it. I sold him my Epiphone James Nichols Gold Glory a number of years ago, and if you're up to date with the channel, you'll notice that I just brought that back off of David, and when I did, he extremely kindly gave me this guitar. I expected nothing in return for it. He donated it to me to have on the channel, but also to use in my Project Marketplace series. So this is going to be a second strand to our Project Marketplace series. So as soon as I'm done with this review, in fact right now it's on Facebook Marketplace, ready to be traded. No money changing hands. I'm just trying to trade guitars to see what cool guitars I can get through on this channel in exchange for this one. You can see all about what Project Marketplace is. I'll leave videos up in the link and up in the descriptions up here, so you can check that out if you want to. But massive thank you to David. It is extremely kind of you to donate this to the YouTube channel and for me to have and use and enjoy while I've got it. So thank you, David. Moment of appreciation for David's very kind and generous gift. So obviously this guitar has been given to me, but otherwise this video isn't sponsored in any way. This was a personal gift from a friend, not from a company. So all of these thoughts and all of the opinions in this video are my own. Signal chain in today's video is going to be the same as always. It's going to be the Neural DSP SLO100 plugin loaded up in GarageBand. GarageBand? I'm not American. GarageBand on my laptop, and the guitar is going to be plugged into my Focusrite Scarlett Solo interface. I've just done that backwards. I don't normally do it backwards. Oh well, we'll keep it like it is. Hopefully that makes sense. So I've spent a little bit of time with this guitar over the last few weeks. I have had an exceedingly busy October. Our band has been on tour all over the UK. We're actually going away tomorrow at the time of filming this. That is Tuesday the 28th of October. We're off to Newcastle upon Tyne, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Manchester, and somewhere near Wrexham for the final leg of our kind of UK October tour that we're doing. So I wanted to knock this video out before I go away and kind of share with you my thoughts and opinions on it. I love it. This is a wicked guitar. There's one thing I'm not so keen about on it. That's the Floyd Rose. I am very vocal on my non-fandom of the Floyd Rose or any kind of tremolo for that matter. However, I did want to kind of dive in and I did want to do it due diligence and really put it to the test and figure out what I meant to do with it. I'm not giving it as much time as to learn all the tricks that Dime and Eddie Van Halen used to do, but I did want to enjoy it in the kind of songwriting and demo that I was doing for this video. And I have to say, this is a Floyd Rose special, which to my best research is the budget and entry level version of the Floyd Rose. And I really tried to make this thing fail and go out of tune, and it didn't. It held tune really well. For example, it's in tune. It's great, man. I'm well impressed with this Floyd Rose. I don't enjoy it, but I'm very impressed with it nonetheless. It's very, very, very cool and way more stable than I was expecting it to be. Alright, let's talk about the pickups. First of all, sadly, the neck pickup in this doesn't work. It does need some attention and some love. This did go off to my luthier, Mark. He owns an amazing luthiery business in Wiltshire called Wilt's Guitar Repairs. He is always amazing at fixing up and repairing and doing all kinds of weird modifications to my guitars, and I needed this one repaired. He managed to get it working temporarily, but it does need a bunch of new electronics in it, and to be completely 100% honest and transparent, I just don't have the time, inclination, or spare finances at the moment to be repairing this guitar. So it is going to be going on Facebook Marketplace after this video with a non-functioning neck pickup. However, I'm obviously being completely honest about that so that whoever gets this after me is aware that it's going to need a little bit of repair. I did manage to play that neck pickup briefly while it was working just after I got it home, and I have to say it sounded great. It was a really nice, warm, thick, creamy kind of neck pickup like you'd most likely expect from any neck pickup in a guitar just like this. But yeah, sadly, I can't put any sound clips in this demo because it doesn't work right now. Bridge pickup though, very cool, super hot, very thrashy, very fast sounding pickup, really articulate, kind of is what you'd expect in this kind of a guitar. Not something I necessarily feel like needs upgrading, but I think this would ultimately benefit from having like EMG 81s in it, something super classic, so something super metallic-y and Kirk Hammett-y that you'd expect to have in a guitar like this. From a playability standpoint, it is amazing fun to play. Let's ignore the Floyd Rose for now because, as I've already expressed, it's not my favorite, but other than that, the playability is fantastic. I can't comment on what it's like from new because this is like 20 years old at this point, but it does play really well. And I always like to say in these videos where I'm reviewing a second, third, fourth, fifth hand guitar that it's really cool that I get to see it at this age because I can say it's held up really, really well. No idea how much this has been played over the years, but the frets are still great, tuners are still great. Apart from the neck pickup, all of the other electronics seem okay. They could do with being replaced, but given its age and the value of the guitar, which is about £550 new 20 years ago, it's done very, very well. The Floyd Rose is still working really well as well. Everything about the guitar works perfectly, apart from that neck pickup. It's a great guitar and it's held up very, very well. Aesthetically, I think this thing is so cool. I love the fact that a 200 series LTD, like an entry-level kind of vibe LTD, has got the actual skull and crossbones inlays. I think that's so sick. I think that's so super cool and a really nice attention to detail. Obviously, this is a Kirk Hammett signature model, but you don't have his signature plastered all over it. The only thing that says that it's a signature, if you knew, was the fact that obviously it's got it up and down the fretboard and it says KH for Kirk Hammett at the 24th fret, which is a really nice little touch. I like that on LTDs. It says the model name. Now, I'm not massively into super strats. They're not my kind of vibe, But if I was to keep this, I think there's a few upgrades that I would do. Of course, I would be getting the electrics fixed up, but I would probably replace all of the electrics anyway and put in some active circuitry from EMG or someone like that. You could put Fishman's in, but I think you'd get torn apart by the whole world for putting Fishman's in a Kirk Hammett series guitar. But either way, I think a pickup upgrade in time would be cool in this guitar. You could then upgrade the Floyds to a 1500 series, get something really nice in here, and then you've essentially got Kirk Hammett's ESP kind of signature guitar, but for way less money. And in fact, on my original video when I was talking about this, someone put in the comments that they'd done exactly that to theirs, and it was absolutely phenomenal. So very easy to kind of put those upgrades in and make this even cooler and even better than it already is. The other thing I would definitely be doing is getting some spring dampening in the back, because this thing, let's see if I can get it. It resonates like crazy on those springs in the back of the Floyd Rose, so definitely needs some kind of attention putting in there, because there's a lot of sympathetic string noise from the back of the Floyd Rose. Anyway, I kind of feel like that's all of my thoughts and all of my opinions on this guitar. It is an excellent, excellent guitar. It's very, very fun to play. Not personally one for me because of that Floyd Rose, but that aside, this plays great, it sounds great. If you see one available on the secondhand market and it's something that you're thinking about picking up, then trust me, I don't think you'll be disappointed in the guitar. I think this is a very, very cool guitar. Very cool guitar. That's probably going to do it from me for today's video, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and watching through to the end. Really appreciate you being here. And like I said, if you feel like hitting subscribe and joining me on this guitar YouTube-based adventure, then that will be sick, and it'll be great to have you along for the ride. Likes and comments are, of course, always appreciated in helping me tackle the YouTube algorithm as a new YouTuber. Thank you so much in advance if you're going to do any of those things. Thanks again, everybody. I look forward to catching up with you in a video again in the future. Take care till then. In a bit.